Oggi parliamo di come avere energia illimitata. Today we talk about how to have infinite energy. Who is interested in that? Chi è interessato di questo? Sì? I'm going to present you 3 topics, and please raise your hand for the ones that is interesting for you. I want to know how much to expand on each. So first off is pranic lifestyle, my lifestyle and the lifestyle of people here, right? Secondly is sacred sites and how to work with energy vortexes like the ones we are in right now. I posti sacri e come lavorare con l'energia della natura e l'energia dei posti sacri del mondo. Questo è il mio principale lavoro su questo pianeta. And the third one is Tantra and sacred relationships, sacred sexuality. Ok? But raise your hands, I want to see hands. Lo terzo è Tantra e sessualità sacra o sessualità... Ok. Perché tutto questo si collega al prana. All of this is connected to prana. So all of this is basically about pranic lifestyle. But we'll take it step by step and also prepare questions on these topics so that we do it interactively, this presentation. Lo prendiamo passo al passo e preparate le vostre domande per fare una sessione interattiva. How many of you are here because you're interested in pranic lifestyle and maybe being lighter in your diet? Okay, good. So that's top hot topic for us. How many of you are here because you want to make a change in your life and you don't know where to start, but not necessarily stop eating? Yeah, you don't really need to stop eating, but you want to you want to change your life. Yeah. There you go. How many of you are here just because it's fun to be with spiritual people? Okay, so let's have fun. As I said, I am Eltrayan. I'm an international holistic speaker, author, therapist in my hats, right? And also I could say priestess of sacred sites or sacred sites worker, one who works with sacred sites all over the world and in other dimensions as well. So we learned over the years to work multidimensionally with these things. I know that for some, multidimensionality is not something familiar, but I will just touch on the topic gently to say that you are present here in a body as a person and a personality. And as you are here looking at this body and this person, you are also playing on a star system as maybe a light being. You are playing on a bandwidth as an angel. You are playing on a galaxy as an energy that spins this galaxy. You are in the center of the central sun as source energy beaming out here on Earth. You are all that at once. And depending on where you focus your energy, that's where your presence goes. And at some point, after some practice, you will be able to embody all at the same time. This is what we're learning here. And this is what I'm sharing with people all over the world in our retreats, in our conferences, in our one-on-one sessions, in everything that we do. So today I'm mostly going to talk about that. Yes, we will talk about pranic lifestyle because it's part of multidimensionality. Yes, we will talk about how to have infinite energy because it's part of being in a pranic lifestyle. But we will mostly talk about how defocusing from the idea that you are a limited being in a limited body with a limited existence, with houses to build and money to gain, and that's all, and that's it. I really appreciate houses and money, though. It's useful for us to have them. But if you limit yourself to that, you're going to have a very, very, very narrow experience on this planet and beyond. How many of you want to go beyond that and be like a little more expanded, right? So, who's in for expansion today? We are actually doing some expansion. And at the end, we'll do an exercise where we learn to expand our fields and tap into our multidimensional self. But I'll start with the beginning. I've started this journey as a child. I wanted to know more about the invisible. So I started to search and research and read and learn everything about, you know, crystals and chakras and meditation and what the soul does when it gets out of the body and all that stuff. I was interested in learning about it. I was meditating in a crystal as a child. I was saying that we are all energy. I was sensing the energy of other people and didn't know what to do with it. How many of you had that experience? And sometimes I would have visions or pre-intuitions of what was going to happen. And that was weird because nobody has taught me how to navigate that situation. I had my first pranic experience when I was about 14, maybe. I was in a very problematic situation in our home, and my body was doing that experience of not eating and being on a very, very, very light diet just to syntonize the energies in the house. Because we can do that as pranic beings. The lighter our diet and our bodies are, the more we can actually lift the energy in the space we enter. It's a natural thing that our energy body does. How many of you are feeling that the more we are gathering here, the more the energy gets lighter on the space? Yeah, that's we doing this. Our energy bodies, who are crystalline structures, and our physical bodies, who are crystalline structures, are able to shift the energy in a space. So as a child, I was learning or remembering to do that. The lighter my diet went, the more the energy in our home was more beautiful. So I had this for a few months until the situation synchronized. And then I forgot about it. I never knew the information that there are pranic beings in the world, people that are needing physical food. So I went back to normal. But at 17, 2 years later, I became vegetarian naturally because I couldn't stand anymore to have meat in my system. I never liked it. But now I could make a decision on my own and start doing what I want. So I became vegetarian. Fast forward 10 years later, after 10 years in corporate business and becoming a manager and a powerful businesswoman and achieving success on all levels in money and companies, I figured that I wasn't really living my true life because I had forgotten my childhood experiences. I had forgotten about what I felt to do naturally with my life. So I was down at that time, overworking, overburned, over masculine, and all over the place, but not in a healthy way. I started finding my way back into sanity, and I started with meditation at 27. I lightened up my diet with detox, lots of detox over the years, 2011, 2012, were all years where my body shedded toxins and things that were unnecessary. So I did the 10 days in Darkroom with no food and no light, right? In 2013. And then I've written a book about it so that people would know how it is to be there, or to prepare at least. This is the book about the Darkroom. It's called Darkroom Retreat, a lightful mystical experience. You can share it with each other, and then I'll tell you how to get it. I came out of there and got rid of all my old life, my company, my city, my habits, everything. And I started doing this. So the first thing I did was writing the book and doing one-on-one sessions. I downloaded a therapy called soul healing, which means healing from the soul, connecting to the self, to the higher self, to the core of our being, and finding answers and solutions and healing in that energy. So that's what I do with people now, one-on-one and in public sessions. We connect straight to the soul, straight to the center, and then questions and answers and energies and solutions and healing come from there. How many of you would like to try that? Yeah, we will have private session after we finish. I'm here until the 5th. Well, until the 4th in the evening. You can count tomorrow evening. And we can have one-on-one sessions where we go really deep in digging out and shifting the energies that no longer serve you. So we deprogram and reprogram the energy body, the physical body, the mind, and everything else that we think we are, so that we align back to the core. So that was my job. And then also I started holding conferences all over the world, like this one, and US and France and Australia and India and so on. And organizing Pranic festivals was also part of my job in this world, because with Pranic festivals, we actually open Pranic portals. That's why I'm having so much fun with you guys here. Because we are in a very beautiful energy vortex, a very powerful sacred site. And we are able to put all the information that we are downloading and uploading here, we can put it in the planetary matrix so that everybody who's ready get it. How cool is that? So in this topic, I thank you all for being here and for working on that, because we're all doing this together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here, you are all masters, all beings of light, and you're all having a wonderful contribution to this field of energy that the planet is having, that is wonderfully feeding everyone who's ready to wake up or upgrade. So that's why you're here. Thanks for coming. And that's why I'm here too. Right. So that's in a nutshell my work. With the festivals, we did one in Romania that this year is the 7th edition. And it happens right on 15th of August. After we finish here, we go there. Whoever is ready to continue with the Pranic Festival in a sacred site in Romania, come to me and we'll share the details, or you can go on my website, but I am here and we can talk directly right now. And also in Romania and all over the world, we did retreats and journeys to sacred sites where we connected with the power of these energy vortexes, of these natural energies, in places that were places of prayer, places of worship, places of high energy for thousands of years. I know them because I can feel them and I can naturally connect to them, and I'm naturally being called to bring people there when they're ready. So all day, every day, I'm going to these places. I'm fine-tuning my energy to work with them, and they are working with me. And from this sharing, we both are upgrading, me, the place, and the people participating. So that's what we're doing after the festival of Romania in August 19 to 22nd. We're going to this retreat called Trip of the Sun, because we're going to the sacred energy places were sun worshipping, and the worshipping of the feminine energies were being done. So we visit them and we work with them and we learn how to connect with beings of light, and we learn how to connect to our soul family in the stars and our soul family in the forests, the spirits of the forests, and everything that moves and breathes that can help us on our journey. So that's my job, or my work, or my fun on this planet, in a nutshell. And after this retreat, we do another thing of 4 to 8 days called light nourishment retreat, the pranic process. So we go deeper with the energies from the festival, 15 to 18, with the energies of the retreat, 19 to 22nd. We go even deeper for 8 days in a process where we shed the necessity of eating too much, right? So that's what happens by the end of August, and that's my main activity during the year as well. I use this August month just to present what I'm doing. And today specifically, I came to talk about why it is important now more than ever to become very, very conscious of everything that we do and think. The planet is now moving into a next stage of evolution, as you know. How many of you know it? We are being helped and supported big time by forces of light that you cannot even imagine exist in these worlds. How do I know this? Is because I am connected to this and I'm part of this. But also, there is a book that I found a few years ago in Romania. It was published 30 years ago in Romania. It was downloaded by spiritual workers in Romania. It was channeled by them from intergalactic beings of light, Intergalactic Federation. You heard of it? How many of you believe that there are light beings out there that are helping us? How many believe that you can be helped by them? All right. So we're in the right crowd to talk about it. Right. These beings of the Intergalactic Federation, there are 49 teams in 19 planetary systems. There were in 94 when this book was published. 49 teams of light were channeling information with humans on Romania to share with us information about how to live lighter, how to have more conscious relationships, how to consciously share our sexual energy, and how to master our minds. This is in this book. 30 years ago, there were light beings sending messages on this planet in Romania talking about pranic nourishment. And they were saying, and I am saying, that the moment we go from normal omnivorous diet to natural diet, meaning no meat, no animal products, and as much raw food as possible. It has maps of alien bases in Romania, where they are in the mountains, where they go into the mountains of Romania, and we film there. We film them every day there. So we literally are able to see them, especially in areas like this. We have a map of the capital of Romania with the subterranean bases that are there with ships. We have a map of the mountains where I live, because I live in a sacred vortex, and we have maps of the whole country. And this has been published, like I said, 30 years ago. You can read all about it. Sacred sites, the power of them, how they are filled with crystals, and why these crystals are resonating with your body, shifting your entire system as you walk through the grass. How many of you have felt when you walked here that your energy shifted as you arrived? Yeah? I was dead tired. My body was really tired physically, not energetically. When I arrived, I lay on the grass 10 minutes, I was up. Yesterday, we were in Assisi, very, very busy, very, very crowded. After traveling the whole day, got back home at 10, laid on the grass, 10 minutes, I'm up. That's the power of sacred sites in a nutshell. right? We have in Romania, in the strip of the sun, road up for 45 or minutes or 1 hour. Everybody's tired while they are almost done. And then we get up on the top of the mountain, we lay down, we stay for 5 minutes. Everybody's ready to jump and run. Simple, much easier than coffee. Yeah. Plus, while I was working with these sacred sites for more than 15 years right now, it's like jump starting your life and quantum jumping your reality every single visit that you do. I watch people every year coming to the festival in Romania, August 15 to 18, coming with us in the trip of the sun, maybe the light nourishment retreat after, if they can make it. And then their life goes, and they are a different person in a good way. In just 1 or 2 years, because I watched them evolve for 8 years right now. It's the 8th year that we're going to sacred sites, and I think the 7th year we're doing the festival. They all changed completely. Very simple. So this book, you can find it here. You can look at it. I'll just pass it through you if you want, and look at the chapters and look at everything, and then contact me to have it. It's a treasure. I didn't write it. I'm not bragging about it. It's something that I republished. I took the author rights and republished just to have it on the planet, right? It's not something that I expect praises about, but you need to read it. Or at least whoever read it, they changed the whole perception. So one topic is sacred sites and what is happening there. One topic is how to lighten up our diet and go to liquids and prana in that book. And the third topic is conscious relationships, conscious sexuality, conscious sharing. The very topics that I started with in this conference. And these were the topics that I spoke about for 15 years on this planet without even knowing about this book. Why? Because I'm part of the team. Don't tell anyone, right? But the exact same topics, in the exact same words, in the exact same examples, I've downloaded and downloaded and downloaded in my classes. And when I started reading the book, I started crying because it was me or my team of light anyway, working in that book. So yeah. Why did I download that information? Is because I've been holding a class called Pranic Process online since 2013, since I got out of the Darkroom. And that's available in video, and it's available online when we do it. And you can have it, and it's a pranic process that you can do at home with my help, but also the help of many light beings. And it's very comfortable because you can repeat every session, every meditation, everything that is there. Yeah, so any questions so far? I don't know the time. I don't know what we're doing here, but I gave you a...
We're at 10:30 now.
We have 30 more minutes.
Yes.
Right.
Would you like questions at this point? Or?
One more thing. I just go with the flow. I promise I didn't prepare anything. I came with the books, I came with the body, and here I am. So I'm just tuning into you to feel what needs to be said. We've also written a book about pranic nourishment. It's really important because I traveled all over the world in pranic gatherings since 2009. Since the first time Jasmuheen came to Romania. No, the first time I heard about Jasmuheen coming to Romania. Jasmuheen is now a good friend, and I'm super happy that she is here with us on the planet still. And going to pranic gatherings since more than 15 years, I've noticed the patterns and the typologies, if you want, of pranic people. I've studied them all that I've met. I've done summits with them online. The Pranic Consciousness Summit, you can search it, and there's more than 50 conferences with direct questions, one-on-one questions. Rocky participated, Luce participated, Nicholas, everyone participated in our summit, and it's still ongoing. I ask Pranic people the questions that I would love to have when I was at the beginning. I would have loved to have when I was at the beginning. Like questions like, what did you do with your family? How was it with your stomach? How was it with your sexuality? What happened with, you know, the children? Do they still eat or not? The questions that you want to know about, I'm asking all of them in that summit. So it's really, really rich. And so after a while, I decided to put everything in a book because it was a lot of information and people were asking questions. And this is the Pranic World book where you find that information and also a lot of science. We've created a group of science on the planet with the best people on the planet that have researched this topic, like geneticists, physicists, cardiologists, neurologists, medics, and so on, including Nassim Haramein, Pascal Martelli, many people who have studied this scientifically, and some breatharians that have agreed to be tested on this. And if we have the right devices, we can test their body. And we are discussing any research, any body of research, any documentation that we find on pranic nourishment, on our body's ability to produce photons, for example. Our DNA is producing photons. Our body ability to produce photosynthesis, which is proven, right? Or hemoglobin, similar to the plant, how you call it? Yeah. So we are very deep into the research and we are very, very well, you know, collaborating on this topic. And we hope to be able to publish something soon. We had the Breatharian yogi in our festival in India called Pralajani. I wish I had prepared the video with him. He was for 75 years not taking physical food. No water, no food. He was tested twice in the hospitals with all the devices and everything, and he was proven to have perfect body functions and a much, much younger body. The pineal gland was that of a child. So imagine how deep that person went. And the Ministry of Defense in India has ordered the study that was happening in the hospital the second time, 14 days on very close surveillance with security and cameras and 35 specialists and so on. They didn't allow to publish the study. I know personally the head of the hospital, who is a very advanced neurologist, the head of the hospital who did the study. I visited his house in Ahmedabad. We had him in India in the festival. He is my personal friend now, after he has proven his authenticity, right? And we aren't allowed to publish the study. It's under non-disclosure ministry, but I have it on my desk, so I know it's true. And that's good. Right? So there is scientific research on this topic. It's not just something we're talking about, imagining that is happening, or some very special people are demonstrating it. No, it's really, really scientific based. And you have the science in this book. That's why I'll also pass it through if you want to look at it. And it's on Amazon. The same are the other ones, but you can also have it from our office. So if you come to us, we'll deliver them on August 6th. You'll have it on your home on August 13 or in maximum 1 week. Yeah. So questions, do you have any? So far, we've been talking, but let's now see what you want to talk about, what you want to learn from us.
I have a question online, but we're also going to get to questions here in the group.
Yes, you need a thing.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I'm going to try to not blast your ears with this microphone. Good.
I'll move if you need to.
So some of you may not know, you might have seen us rushing around in the background there, but The energy is so strong with this beautiful woman. We blasted the internet.
Sometimes it happens. I apologize for that. And we ask for the beings of light to restore it.
Yes, please.
I needed to.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So there's a question from online. I'll just start with that and then we'll get to questions from everyone here. Someone online wants to know if you are in the process of rejuvenation. You can interpret that in whatever way you want, or maybe you can explain rejuvenation.
Rejuvenation, recalibration. Let's have that on now with everyone here. How many of us do want that rejuvenation thing going on? Right, I am always in the process of rejuvenation. My birthday was just a few days ago on the 29th of whatever month we are in. And I say I'm always 25. So that's my limit. However, I'll just take a moment to put this on. There's a few things that we do for that, because you can't just let the body crumble down and die. That's not the rule now on the planet, right? This has been a program that people have had, thinking that we have to grow old and die. It's not true. We can actually grow younger instead of growing older. How many of you are interested in that? Right? Let's download that code. We can download the rejuvenation code as we speak, because it's always available for us, as is everything else that we want to accept. So your body has been programmed for hundreds of years that it has to grow old and die, right? And that's what your mind is trained to think right from the beginning. How many of you believe that? However, there are proven studies that if you fast or lighten up your diet or take some time off your digestive system, your whole body starts rejuvenating. Your pineal gland gets younger. And I was saying earlier that the guy who didn't eat for 75 years had the pineal gland of a child. Your cells starts to do autophagia, eating the junk and getting younger as well. Your eyes start to regain good eyesight. I was wearing glasses since I was 12 until I was 29. Now I'm 25. I'm no longer needing glasses. And yes, okay. And everything else grows younger. Your sexuality, guys and girls, and everything else, right? Because we can. The first rule is not to burden your digestive system anymore, because you don't need that much. You can still take something, especially if it's raw or juices, but don't overburden here, because it's bad management. More energy you consume for digestion, less energy you have for other things. The less you consume energy for digestion, the more you have energy for whatever else you want to play with. And that's why I was saying, when you stop using solid food that much, you have 10 to 100 times more energy. Good management. Another thing that I'm using is hydrogen water. This is what I need to drink. Not need to, but like to. I can go anywhere in the world with this bottle. I don't care what water, but not like from a stream, very dirty, but you know, I can take water from the supermarket. I put it here and push the button, and I start having a very good quality of water. This light, it purifies my water, and then this thing that bubbles here puts more hydrogen in it. And what hydrogen does is it goes into our cells and it takes out the junk and starts doing the healing. Very smart thing, very easy, not expensive. You can do it by programming your water. I also program my water to clear and rejuvenate and recalibrate my system. But if you put some physicality into it, like an extra molecule of hydrogen, it doesn't hurt. It's even better. I don't get flu or disease usually. But after having a full month with people, working, I started having mild effects or symptoms of a flu last year, right before I was starting the trip of the sun, this retreat to the sacred site. So I was coughing and my throat was cluttered. One night, I started drinking this because I don't trust technology. So I said, oh, screw this. I don't use it. Somebody has gifted to me. I said, I don't use it. I don't want technology too much in my life. I won't carry cups around. But after one night of drinking water, I had no symptoms of anything. And I could go the next day and, wander the mountains with tens of people and talk all day and so on. I wouldn't have been able to do it in one night just with, normal things. So I started appreciating this thing starting then, and I'm using it now for 1 year. And I can tell you, it's rejuvenation 101. Other things are, good mindset, learning to clear your mind, learning to let down the burdens, learning to let go of bad and negative emotion. That is getting us older. Um, and last but not least, good sexuality. It's not a joke. Once you recirculate your energy, either by yourself or with a partner, but not keep it stagnant, attention, that rejuvenates your whole system. That's why young people look younger, because they make more love than older people who have gotten bored of each other or bored of themselves. Start rejuvenating that. Start playing with your energy, either by yourself or with a partner that you trust and love. Two important ingredients for sacred sexuality, for sacred sharing, for good energy: trust and love. You don't have to be with them for a lifetime, right? You don't have to marry them. That's an illusion of the earth language. But you do benefit from trust and love in a sexual relationship. So these are the ingredients that we recommend for rejuvenation. How many of you are ready for that? We will have soon a retreat in France with Gaston Bacchiani, one of our colleagues, on Tantra and sacred sexuality, probably in October. One will always happens in Romania in February 24th, which is the Love Day of Romania. But in October, we're preparing one with Gaston so that we have both the masculine and the feminine. We'll let you know. Stay tuned to my channels and I'll tell you all about it. Questions? Do we have more?
Yes. Is there questions from the audience? Yeah, go ahead.
Hello. As you mentioned before, your experience at 14 years old of a lighter diet so that you could get also the space and your family lighter. How it went? Like the experience was tough, easy, and how?
It was easy in terms of not eating. It was tough in terms of what was happening in my house, right? My parents were going through a divorce. I didn't like the energy, so I had to shift it. I didn't consciously do pranic nourishment. It was just my system not being anorexic, attention, just my system going lighter and lighter and lighter until I felt things got back in balance. I didn't make an effort for it. I naturally go into that state when necessary. The second I arrived here, I couldn't take anything but water, even though I went and took a smoothie from the it's still in my bag there. I think it's no longer good, but I went and took it because it smelled good, and then I no longer needed to drink it. It's a state that I sink in. I don't struggle for it. And there are people who participate in our gatherings that are naturally going in that state without struggling after we meet and practice together. So pranic nourishment doesn't have to be a struggle. That's the most important vital thing. It can be a very natural, organic, and it should be a very natural, organic process. And in our process, everything is natural and organic. We don't push people to dry fast too much. We don't push them to stay without food too much. If I see someone decalibrating, I say, take a soup, because sometimes it's important to have warm liquid in your body. So everything is free. Freedom is my main aim, not a certain state or a certain way of being or anything like that. Another thing that I've discovered, and somebody here has tested it already, for calming, rebalancing, upgrading, and rejuvenating, is the lotus oil. Whoever wants to try it, you can drop, and I'll drop you a drop of it. Lotus oil has been used in ancient traditions for reconnecting with self, centering in your heart, in your divine self, and for divine rituals. So it was always beneficial for meditation, rejuvenation. In burial rituals, it was used because they believed in immortality. So they think if we use this, we get to that state. What I can tell you is if you put it on your crown, on your belly, and under your tongue, you are a different person. I also put it on my face. I use it for my face. It's combined with coconut on my body and everywhere else. But topically, for inflammation, for anxiety, for tension, for insomnia, for overeating, for agitation, for rushes, you can use it under your tongue, into your belly, which is connected to all meridians and all circulatory system, and on your crown, because it connects you with your crown and with your higher self. Who wants to try? Come by. It smells really good. You just pass by here. I'll put a drop and you can smell it and play with it, right? Okay, we do that. We do that just once in one at a time, right? You can rub it and put it on your crown. You can smell it. You can lick your skin and get it in your mouth, whatever you prefer. Go ahead. Okay. This is a blessing also. This is also a ritual, so it's good to have. It's my way of thanking you for being here. Who else wants to play with this? So these are the tools that I'm using. Apart from sun gazing, meditation, sacred sexuality, daily gratitude and prayer. Oh, sorry. Oh. Receive. Um, these are my tools. Spending time in nature, being open.
So about your family, how?
Yes, ask me more. Yes. Okay, so these are my practices every day. This is what I do every day in my daily lifestyle. I'm gonna repeat that. Okay, so beautiful water, meditation, time in nature, silence as much as we can, prayer. Grazie. Rub it together, put it on your crown, put it under your tongue, whatever you want. Like this. Thank you. Who else wants? Do you want more? Anyone else? Ah, you want more? Okay. You can take an entire bottle after this, and you can play with it at home. And when you need more, I'll send you more, and so on. Blessings. Come. Okay, more questions? And when I have 10 minutes left, just let me know so we do a meditation. 10-minute mark. Okay, so yeah, this is for me. Fabio, do you want some? Okay. Palm. It activates the chakra of the palm. Grazie. Okay. Hi, namaste. You have? Okay. Everybody has. Okay, now we're all into the higher self mode. See how easy this is? How many of you like it? Yes, good stuff. How many of you find that your mood is slightly different after you smelled it? Combien vous avez senti que ton état est un peu différent, un peu divers? Huh? You can say in one word what you feel from it. Relaxed, joy, sweetness, light, etherical, ease. Nice. I feel blessed out when I use it. So maybe don't use it when we have a lot of tasks to do, logical things. Don't put it under the tongue. You can put it on your skin, but don't ingest because it gets you too light and you cannot do too much left brain activity, right? That's why I dilute it, and that's why I put it under my tongue when I go to sleep, not in the morning. If you're very, very anxious or agitated, then of course you can use one little drop, but the best is in the belly during the day, not under the tongue. Under the tongue, just when you're ready to go in a deep meditation or have a day off or have sleep. That's where it helps. I have a few bottles with me, and you can also order and I send it to you. It's easy to have, right? I make it myself. The original product is natural and is from Sri Lanka, and then I combine it with coconut oil because the original is too strong. And I was guided how to do the recipe. Yeah, good. So let's do a small or big exercise of having lunch together or brunch with light, right? And then we see if we are allowed to continue with questions or whatever else we need. But for now, let's do this. Sit as comfortable as you need to. You can maybe use some pillow or anything you need to sit on the floor, maybe, whatever works for you. I'll get closer just to be here with you. Start following your breath. Start seeing or sensing that you are in a light column from the center of the universe to the center of the earth. See and sense how this column of light is surrounding you. And every time you breathe in, you breathe the light from this column of light. And every time you exhale the worries, tensions, concerns, everything that doesn't serve you, everything that's not beneficial for you, everything that is not for your highest good. Another deep breath in. Feel how with this breath you are gathering more light from your light column. With the breath out, you release again the worries, tensions, concerns, all that doesn't serve you and all that is not beneficial for you. Breathing in, you feel, sense, or imagine that you are connected to the heart of the central sun, the heart of the universe, the heart of the quantum field, if you will. You are connected, you have a connection cable that comes all the way down to your crown chakra. And through your crown, it comes into your head and into your heart. Every time you inhale, This cable of connection comes to the crown and brings more energy through the crown, through the top of your head, into the center of your head, into the throat, and into your heart. Each breath in brings more energy. And with the exhale, you send this energy into your cells, into your organs, into your physical systems, into your auric field, and out into the universe. Again, another deep breath in. We ask that only the beings of the purest light and love can be present energetically and telepathically with us now. Only the beings of the purest light and love can be present energetically and telepathically with us now. Only the beings of the purest light and love can be present energetically and telepathically with us now. Deep breath in. Feel your heart as it grows as a sun with every inhale. Feel your cells being bathed and nourished by the sunlight in your heart with every exhale. Again, more light, more energy coming in with the inhale through the top of your head into the center of your head, pituitary pineal glands, into the thyroid, the center of your throat, into your heart, the thymus gland. Feel that energy filling up your body with every inhale and every exhale. Feel how it feels to be nourished in that way. And let this energy flow to the lower chakras. Let it flow to your solar plexus, sacral, and base. And down through your feet into your roots, flowing down, down, down from your roots into the center of the planet, the heart of Gaia. The sun in the center of the planet is now aligned with the sun in your heart and the sun in the center of the universe. 3 suns aligned, spinning the energy from the center of the universe to the center of your heart, down into the center of the earth, and up from the heart of Gaia to the center of your heart, going up from the roots to the soles of the feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, going up to the hips, going up to the lower back, up through the spine to the heart. This energy of earth filling your body, going up to the base of the spine, up to the top of the head, all the way up and around your body, creating a toroidal system, a vortex all around your body, forming a bubble that now feeds us and protects us from the energy that we no longer need, from any emotions or thought forms of others, any EMF or stress from the morphic field, and it just nourishes us constantly with the feminine energy coming in from the center of the planet. And also we are constantly nourished with the energy coming from that center of the universe. And we now center back into our hearts, sending a ray of love to all the participants in the gathering. A ray of love connecting each other with the programming or the coding that we connect divine self to divine self, communicate divine self to divine self, and commune divine self to divine self. Communication, divine self to divine self, divine self to divine self connection, divine self to divine self communion. Another ray of light to and love to all the beings of light surrounding this gathering and all the ones who are yet to come with the same message or coding, that we connect divine self to divine self, communicate divine self to divine self, and commune divine self to divine self, or collaborate divine self to divine self. Another ray of love to all the elements: earth, water, fire and light, air and ether, with the message of love from our heart, and all the beings of light in the nature around us. And feel the energy coming back at you as well, all this love that they send back in. All the beings of light, circles upon circles of beings of light surrounding this gathering, supporting us and sending love to us and to the planet. Imagine the hologram of the planet in the middle of our gathering as we all send love to it. Imagine that we all sit in a circle and this vision of Earth is in the middle of this circle, and thus sending all love to it as it spins and clears and upgrades with our love. And we let this energy flow for as long as is necessary, maybe later, maybe in our sleep, maybe in our days to come. But now we come back into our bodies and are fully present in our hearts and in our bodies, in the soles of our feet, the ankles, calves, knees, thighs, coming back in our hips, back in our abdomen, lower back, upper back, chest, arms, present, like a hand within a glove. Our body of light is present in our physical body, in our neck, head, top of the head, tips of our hairs. And we are back here in the room now, sending love to each other. And I'll complete with the light language in a song. I don't know what comes, but I'll see. And you don't need to understand it or comprehend the words. I don't either, but just open up and feel it. La da hey 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 hey, la da hey 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 hey, la da hey 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 hey. Wala de ha, wala de hey hey hey. Wala de ha, wala de hey hey hey. Yekene yasha, yekene yana we, yekene yasha, yekene yawa. Walarani kanahaye awane. Walarani kene awahe. Yelereha, yelereha, yelereha wanaho. Laranehe, 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 ye, ye. Wadaha yene. Walarani jina. Kelarana homta yadaka yenenanta shenya walarane walarane hekendara nyanom dora keneshetemta analarane wora kenanamdara larakene shietinyana nai ne kyamna nai ere he wada hekenta te denhenda hai elara tenta ei kenahamta walareshitia walareshitiamtar yetenare anna Idiram nahayete kam taredene. Lere tahaya nandare nenaka. Kara nenenam shara nenene. Thanks everyone for being here. And I don't know if you can make more questions or say in one word what you felt from this light language. And that's the end of our meetings, I think.
Yes, I'll just open that up to if anyone wants to express a one word.
One word.
Go ahead.
Yes, so you want to say something about what you felt, or any visions or sensations or impressions, that feedback? Go ahead. If you can take the mic, it would be useful for the ones in the audience at home.
Yeah, I felt that you were telling us that we should claim our energy back.
Claim our energy back. We should claim our energy back from wherever it went. Yeah, just claim it back. Thanks for the translation. So let's claim that back. Who wants that? Okay. We just pass the mic really quick from one to another if you want to say one word. In the meantime, as I said, I'm open for sessions after this. Private sessions are about 1 hour. We'll talk all the details. I'm open for giving you the books and the oils, and the rest is we talk one-on-one.
I'm getting the cue from the team that we need to wrap up the webinar, but
Yes.
now we can still pass the mic and share
Yes.
what you felt.
For me, I'm all wrapped up. I'm done. That's all I had to say. Now it's
Wonderful.
your time to, share if you want.
I myself felt a deep sense of peace, and I also felt strongly, I heard you say we a lot, and I felt that. I
Yeah.
felt the presence of
The
multiple
cosmic
beings.
team is
Yes.
here. Yes, it is. So that's why I always say we. I never do things by myself. Thanks for sharing. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. I felt a very big opening in my heart. It was amazing. And during your conference, I received a lot of messages to explain me why I'm here. Really, so thank you so much.
That's so great.
Thank you.
I'm so happy, and maybe write them down so that you don't forget. And maybe that will be a message for you for later. Sometimes we bring you in theta and then you forget things. So right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I felt expanded, and I felt to be inside like a sphere of lights. Yes.
Next to you.
No, inside. I was inside.
You were inside of the sphere of light. Yes, we built it together, and it's still gonna be with you for as long as you want. So just remember that every time you breathe, you are still in the column of light and the sphere of light that we built here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the variety of that you bring every time you're like a spring or like a waterfall or something. Like all this power also from your past. I think it's also still there. It is like you being a manager or someone who can like guide and lead, but also being funny and bring the spirituality and like a bit of jokey way. And also when you're doing this guided meditation, I felt like it was so easy to see these beings around and us around and this light just with me.
Team, the whole gang.
Yeah, that was very nice. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I'm feeling blessed. So it's better. Okay, I'm feeling blessed and full of gratitude. And I can see, thanks for your guide and your guide. I can see the channel of nourishment that in each moment nourish every one of us.
Each one of us.
Yes, each one. And seeing it is so emotional. Yes, emotional. And we just have to say yes.
Yes.
To
How many of
this.
you say yes?
Yes. So thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing this.
Does anyone else want to share some words, their experience? Yeah.
Thank you. Very strong energy. I felt I've just lost it. I was between two walls. I felt my heart deep. Then, phew, okay, goes. Then I come back with your chants. Thank you.
See how easy it is to travel these days? I mean, to think that I had to take 3 buses and a flight to here. I should have done your thing. Yeah.
Well, I want to wrap up our time. And if anyone wants to speak with Eltrayan or book a session with her, obviously she's here until the end of tomorrow. So you can speak with her in private or in our free time now.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you so much,
Thank you so much.
beautiful woman, for coming and sharing with us.
My pleasure.
And blessing us with all of your gifts and your sharings.
I also want to state that you can find me on Instagram. I'm not an Insta diva. I don't post very often, but you can see what we do if you follow Eltrayan9. Eltrayan and the number 9. You find my name on the books so that you can spell it correctly. And you can find me on Facebook and YouTube. In YouTube, we put a lot of stuff, like stuff from the festival, stuff from our conferences, everything, right? So if you follow that, you have daily or weekly information. And my number is on the top of my phone. Is a business card there, a card that you can photograph, put it in your phone, and then write me a message. I can include you in a WhatsApp group and send you all the details of what we can do together if you want. All right. So thank you for being here. You are all masters of light.